Hey guys, Kevin Downey from Kevin M. Downey. Thanks so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it. In this video, I want to talk about probably a little more of a tense and sensitive topic, and that is stop more for sales reps in the United States, but also their managers and ultimately owners and executives of these sales reps is stop trying to circumvent the work and just do the work. And what I mean by that, and we talk about this in other videos, and I talked about this at length on a podcast recently, is that, right, there's only two things that generate leads day to day, right, in B2B is what I'm referring to, in business-to-business companies, and that's hardcore high-volume cold email, which is the best ROI you're ever going to see in lead generation, when done correctly, which 99% of companies don't do, right? And then reps doing cold outreach, whether boots on the ground or on the phone. And what I see in sales teams is a problem, and I'd almost call it epidemic in the United States in B2B, especially higher priced sales talent, is I see way too much trying to circumvent the lead generation, business development side of things. And they're trying just by always flitting around with something. They're playing on the CRM. They're sending their 25 to 50 emails a day on their CRM. They're sending manual cold emails. They're doing cold outreach on LinkedIn and trying to connect with people. They find this excuse to not call. They find that excuse to not call, and it needs to stop. As an owner of a company that has salespeople in B2B, right? Whomever is in charge is supposed to be doing cold outreach. They need to be doing cold outreach. That means it's either boots on the ground or on the phone. That's it. Their job is not to send automated emails. You can automate that through the whole company through somebody else. Reps should never be doing that. They don't need to be sending manual emails because you can send automated emails to prospects doing cold outreach. I'm not talking to customers. Okay, that's a different discussion. Okay, and they need to be dialing the phone. And this is the epidemic problem we have. They're finding every excuse not to pick up the phone. And it's reached epidemic proportions because we gave the pass that we gave to reps during COVID, right? Which is understandable. They couldn't get a hold of people. They couldn't go see people in person, for obvious reasons. But we let that linger way too long now. Right. And now it's hard to get a hold of people. So reps always have this excuse. Well, I can't get a hold of anybody. Okay, well, then I don't need you to prospect, but then I don't need that many salespeople either. I need BDRs to prospect on. Right. At the end of the day, we need ROI out of everybody in our company. I always talk about in a for-profit company, every employee either makes or saves the company money or both. And that includes your sales team. You either make me money or you save me money or both. But I'm not giving you a job just to give you a job. Right. So we can't afford to pay them salaries for them to jerk around on a CRM or to play patty cake on LinkedIn or to send 25 cold emails manually. Right. I don't need a sales rep to do that. I can do admins. I can automate. I can do all kinds of things to do those activities. I need a sales rep to do what they're talented at, and that's using their voice or their body language or whatever, and get on the phone, prospect. Right. That's your job. So again, main point, stop allowing reps to circumvent work and have them just do the work. Makes it a lot better in the long run for everybody involved, okay? If you have any questions, you need any help with recruiting, you need email marketing set up for your company, reach out to us, kevinmdowney.com. Aptive Index link is up here. If you haven't taken it, take it, blow you away. Measures motivational drives. And it's what we use for recruiting for clients, for candidates in the U.S., and then schedule calls up in the upper right-hand corner. Okay? Appreciate it. Thanks for being here today. Best of luck in business, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.